What do you know about child maltreatment?
Well, now we have been involved at school where I work in a program that comes from the Ministry of Education that we have to be, watching out for cases. So personally, before this was a topic that we knew existed, but teachers didn't really took any part in that. It was a family issue, and at times we didn't know that the kids were suffering from this because some of them don't want to talk about it. And if you don't see physical damage, it's very hard to discover if they are being abused psychologically. So now I am more involved in that. We are supposed to be on the lookout, observing our students and then doing something about it.
Have you ever taught a child who was maltreated?
Yeah, some years ago we had a case at the other school where I was working at, and well, luckily for us, we all the teachers started visualizing this girl that didn't really act normally. Was very reserved, and then well, luckily her mother came forward because she was physically hurting herself. And later on, we discovered that she was cutting herself, and that was because something was happening with her family, inside her family. Her mother had realized that, but was not aware of the reasons why the girl was, self-inflicting damage to her. So we had to talk to a psychologist, and the teacher in charge of her class had to go for interviews with the mother, the father. It was a hot issue at that time. So well, we had to try and teach her as if she was normal and without exerting pressure on her while she was under treatment. But it was a tough case. I felt sorry for her. I mean, and obviously I didn't. If we were doing an oral activity, for example, I didn't put extra pressure on her. So she did mostly written stuff more than oral work in class.
How did you realize about the situation and how you handle it?
Well, I think I already said it,
Yes.
but anyway, I was not sure what was going on with her, so I first talked to the form teacher, the teacher in charge of her in her class, and we had a meeting, a special meeting with all the teachers of the senior area, and everybody coincided that something was happening. And luckily for us, her mother came forward, so she told us, that she had discovered by mistake that one day one of her shirts was covered with some blood, and then she forced, because she was a teenager, so at that time it's very hard for mothers to see naked bodies, and girls don't want to show. So her mother said, I don't know, she's self-inflicting, pain. It was very, very sad, but well, luckily she accepted to go under treatment, and it was a family thing. I mean, the school had to get involved because she may go into the bathroom, to do that, so we had to be there for her. So it was a cooperative work. I mean, we had the psychologist, the teacher, the parents, the girl, and everybody had something to do in her rehab.
And what would you advise to novice teachers in order to face this kind of situation properly?
Well, personally, I would say just observe first. Never approach the case. I mean, even if you think that there's something going on, because it might be something else, and not necessarily maltreatment or abuse. Whatever weird occurs, you have to talk to someone with more experience. And normally in schools, the first one to talk to is the teacher who is in charge of the class where the kid belongs to. And then obviously the counselor, the educational counselor, and then maybe the psychologist, if there is a psychologist in the school, to find out if there's any information from before doing anything. Because what if you make a mistake and it was just the girl or the boy was not feeling well that day, and you approach him or her and you don't know what to ask or what to say. So it's better to inform yourself before taking action. And then definitely I think you have to do something. I mean, you cannot ignore, you're not just a teacher there, you are more than a teacher. Your role is not only to give info, you have have to care about, the person as a whole.
Thank you.
You're welcome.